I hope you enjoyed those 5 simple exercises that you can integrate into any golf warm-up, whether it be a round of golf or practice. It shouldn't take much time at all, but I always found for myself that it's best if I understand why I'm doing something. So I want to take a few minutes to go over each one of those exercises again to show you how it will directly correlate to your golf swing. This way, when you go to play, your body is primed to play the sport that you're going to play. So let's go over those hip twisters first. We kept those feet stable, grabbed onto the head of the club, keeping your upper body stable, and just twisting your hips back and forth. It's a very important exercise, as in the golf swing, our hips should move as in an elliptical manner. So it's very important that we rotate properly. But if we can't do that with our hips, we get into a lot of swing faults like early extension, or we might slide, or we might sway if we can't rotate these hips properly. So by stabilizing our upper body and keeping our lower body moving, we're able to go ahead and separate those two parts so that we can move those hips properly. A very easy exercise to do. It's the first of the many progressions that we can incorporate to make sure that those hips are moving properly. But that's probably the easiest one that you'll see correlated to your golf swing. The next exercise we went over were pelvic tilts. So remember, we went ahead and arched our lower back and flattened our lower back. Arched our lower back and flattened our lower back. Now I'll be honest, until I looked further into the golf swing, I would have never assumed that these exercises were correlated to the golf swing. So, when we rotate backwards, we're tilting our pelvis. When we rotate forward, we're tilting it in the opposite direction. We go one way, we go the other way. We go one way, we go the other way. Working on your pelvic tilts is going to improve your core strength. Pros hit thousands of balls a day, and they have good core control and good core strength because they're performing that pelvic tilt literally thousands of times a day. The next exercise we went over were those hip openers, getting on and off that horse. I know when I'm on the golf course, I'm not getting on and off a horse. So how could it correlate to our golf swing? Well, as we're rotating our hip in each direction, our leg is moving. As we rotate in the swing, now our leg is moving, but our hip is rotating around that posted up leg. So as you can see, if you can loosen up your hips, it'll be a lot easier to complete those swings, whether it be the backswing or the downswing, and rotate into that side a little bit easier. The fourth exercise that we had gone over were the toe touches. Reaching up towards the sky and down towards the floor. With this motion, I'm not necessarily as concerned if you can touch your toes as much as how you can hinge at your hips. We see a ton of golfers, they address the golf ball and they lean over at their upper back. Or we see another set of golfers, they lean over at their lower back. When actually what they should do is they should hinge or bend at their hips. Now it's taking a lot of pressure off of their lower back. But you're going to do this over 70 times a round. Whether you're putting, chipping, or hitting a driver, you need to address the golf ball. And if you can have that proper hinge mechanic of going back instead of bending, it's going to take a lot of pressure off of that round of golf that you're going to play for your lower back. And lastly, the A-frame stretch. Kept our feet wider than shoulder width apart, reaching down, and working on rotating in both directions. What that's going to do is that's going to help loosen up your upper back. When you perform a backswing, you need to have a good shoulder turn. And the same thing for the downswing. You need to have a good shoulder turn so you can get through the ball. By loosening up those upper back muscles, it's going to go ahead and make that swing a lot easier to complete. When motion isn't in one area, it typically wants to come from somewhere else. And if you don't have a lot of thoracic or upper back rotation, that motion is going to want to come from your lower back. Our lower back is meant to stabilize, not to rotate. So it's very important that we have enough motion in that upper back so that you're not putting pressure where it doesn't belong. I hope this gives you a better insight on how these 5 exercises, although they might not seem to be the most correlated to golf, directly impact every aspect of your golf swing. So remember, here at Par Physical Therapy, we're here to get you back into the swing of things. If you need any help, shoot us an email, give us a call. We're here for you.